jugador, lo demuestra partido tras partido y gran mérito es por él.
Ahí lo tiene Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial y es el despechaje siempre Maradona, genio, 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 ta, 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 ta.
Raro y diferente que no esté presente, no verlo en las tribunas, no ver la gente enloquecer cuando aparece él, lo que transmitía, lo que hacía sentir al resto, así que bueno, va a ser especial que no esté presente en un torneo tan importante. Vamos a la selección y siempre estuvo y siempre va a estar de algún lado.
Argentina's captain of the World Cup. Messi with the strike and an easy goal. Argentina's up. Into the middle for Lionel Messi.
It had to be him. Leo Messi delivers again for Argentina.
Estamos igual que ilusionados que ellos, que sabemos el esfuerzo que hacen cada vez que hay una Copa del Mundo, que ellos están siempre y que vamos a ir a pelear, ¿no? Con tranquilidad, con mucha gana, mucha ilusión y sabemos que ese mundial es muy difícil, que hay que ir paso a paso y partido a partido y lo podemos hacer.
Messi appearing here at his 5th World Cup, and here's how Argentina had fared in the previous 4. Came agonizingly close to lifting the trophy in 2014, falling to Germany in the final. Every day when we make that journey from our hotel to the set, I don't know if you guys notice it, as you come down on your left, I see it every day, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? There is a painted mural of Diego Maradona on the side of a wall. There's space for another face to join him as well. How does this game tonight, Lex, impact the resume, the legacy of Lionel Messi?
Well, the potential is that they lose and they go home. And we never see Messi again with Argentina at a World Cup. And keep in mind, some context is in order. This is arguably the greatest player ever to play the game. Arguably, okay? But it is always, when we're talking about the best players in all sports, including soccer, when you talk about the greatest to ever play the game, it's always in the context of winning the greatest prize. And when you are diminutive, when you are Argentinian, when you are left-footed, when you are an attacking player, no matter what, you are always going to be compared to Diego Maradona. That man right there, he understands that. That is the burden that he carries. But you saw his coach, you saw his teammates, you saw his country, and not even his country, everyone around, not everyone, but a lot of people around the world kind of want this for him. Remains to be seen whether that is going to happen, but that is what this man right here is chasing. Is it a burden? Probably at times. But I think it's one that he can handle, and would it be an amazing thing for him and for the sport if he finally got to check off that box?
I don't know how it can't be a burden, having that shadow of Diego Maradona constantly over you, Clinton. Diego's a guy who literally brought you to tears.
For sure. I mean, watching that tape right there reminded me of this hero tape, this VHS tape. I don't even know if Mo even old enough to know about VHS.
VHSs, bro.
But yeah, that's when I fell in love and with soccer and understanding like what Maradona meant to the rest of the world. And then the '94 World Cup hit. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get an opportunity to see this guy play, and I didn't get that chance. And I remember crying because I wanted to see him live, you know. And then you talk about Messi. Growing up, his idol was Diego Armando Maradona. It was like the best player in the world, and to be in the same conversation as him, and only thing that you need to do that you haven't done is win a World Cup to be equal. Man, what an opportunity for him.
It is an opportunity, and you talk about seeing him live. We had a chance to play against him as well, and I mean, it's one of those moments where you see a hero from afar, and now you get to play against him, and you dream of those moments. I was excited to play against him because I wanted to see why is he the GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
What makes him so special? I need you to show me, and yeah, he did show us, and he showed up. But I mean, it created a newfound admiration and respect for the man, the genius, the wizard that he is. And it's hard not to root for him. So, yeah, I want to see him be successful here. I want to see him win the World Cup. But I don't think he's going to do it alone. I think in previous years, previous editions of this Argentine team, it was solely relying on him to be the guy that took them to the promised land. I think he has a better supporting cast now, the likes of Di Maria, Rodrigo de Paul. You saw in Copa America how that supporting cast helped him get to the finish line. Di Maria scored the goal in the final. So, as much as I want him to be the star player, and he's going to need to be in certain moments, he's also going to have to rely on his teammates, and they got to show up in a big way.
They didn't show up in the opener against Saudi Arabia. Messi had to elevate them against Mexico with a goal and assist, by the way. A lot of talk out there that Mr. Messi on his way to Major League Soccer to Inter Miami. Argentina winless in their last 5 World Cup matches against European opposition, including all 3 they played back at the 2018 World Cup. Their fans in a good mood already. Let's see what the status is in about 90 minutes or so. So Group C set for our dramatic conclusion. 4 nations vying for 2 spots. Poland, Argentina on Fox, Saudi Arabia, Mexico on FS1.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup on Fox is sponsored by Charles Schwab. Own your tomorrow.
My dad was a hard worker. He used to do side jobs and windows, charging something like $100 a window when other guys were charging $400 or $500. He just didn't want to do that. He was proud of the price he was charging. My dad instilled in me, always put the people before the money. Be proud of offering a good product at a fair price. I think he'd be extremely proud of me. Yeah.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
What you got now?
What's for dinner? Panera. Freshly prepared with clean ingredients. It's not just a night off from cooking. It's a delicious night on for everyone at the table. Panera. Only $1 delivery fee on our app.
Bah, humbug. My signal is totally ghosting me.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing phone.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, all on us. That's a value of up to $1,900.
Wow.
And there are unlimited plans for everyone, starting at just $35 a line. It's our best deal of the year. Get the network you deserve and the savings you want, only on Verizon.
Friday night, an epic Pac-12 championship takes center stage on Fox. Riding the hot hand of Heisman favorite Caleb Williams, the Trojans fight for a playoff bid as they take on Utah. Friday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup pre-kick is presented by Coca-Cola.
We are closing in on our final 2 matches from Group C. Poland, Argentina on Fox, Saudi Arabia, Mexico on FS1. Poland in the best shape of all of them. They only need 1 point to advance, but it's going to have to come at the expense of Argentina. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, they know a victory would send them through to the next round. Mexico likely need a win and have some help. El Tri, they have reached the knockout stage in the last 7 World Cups. Rob Stone, Modu, Clint Dempsey, Alexi Lawless back here with you. Argentina arrived here in Qatar as one of the favorites to lift the trophy. Who here had them as their favorite? I know I did. Boom, boom. Two of us did. All right there. But this pressure has been heightened by the fact that this is likely Lionel Messi's last World Cup. Messi, maybe for the last time ever, leads off our Coca-Cola players to watch.
Yeah, I want to talk about Messi. A lot of people think he's the best player ever. He's the only player that's won 7 Ballon d'Ors. And the only thing he hasn't done is win a World Cup. And if he does that, I mean, you just can't argue with the fact that he is the GOAT. And like you talked about, Rob, I hope this is not the last time we get to see this guy play. I look forward to him getting out of the group and seeing the magic that he can produce.
Well, to get that World Cup, the GOAT is going to need help at times. And so we look at Angel Di Maria, a teammate of Weston McKennie's at Juventus, 126 caps, 27 goals. The biggest goal he probably scored was in the Copa America when they lifted that trophy. He's going to need to produce some big moments today to keep them advancing in this tournament and ultimately play a pivotal role as they try to win the World Cup.
Yeah, well, they're first going to have to get by Poland here and get by this guy, the man who replaced Messi at Barcelona, the new star of Barcelona, and a goal-scoring legend himself. And we talked about the burden that Messi has had. This guy's had a type of a burden, not having scored in the World Cup. He got his first World Cup. You could see the World Cup goal. You could see the emotion when he scored that. So that's off. He's playing free, and he's playing for a Poland team that for the first time in a long time at a World Cup looks set to go on if they can keep it together. But if they do, that's the man up top that's going to put the ball in the back of the net, as he has done time and time again for club and country.
So Poland is seeking to reach the knockout stage for the first time since 1986. Argentina hoping to avoid their first group stage exit since 2002. That one coming your way live on Fox. Saudi Arabia last reached the round of 16 all the way back in 1994 in the U.S. And they advance by taking care of Mexico, who are fighting for their World Cup lives.
You're going to lose. It's about how you respond, how you get back up. Into the middle for Lionel Messi.
Well, the Messi magic has Argentina back on track.
It's a mistake, and it's punished. Robert Lewandowski.
It's a good thing.
Shot taken. Goal.
Oh, my. Oh, the save. And he's saved by a two. The Mexican fans go wild. If you were counting them out, think again.
It's going to be a great finish to this group.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
Imagine experiencing the intensity, the passion, and the spectacle of the greatest tournament on earth every single year. Soccer's top teams, all battling to be crowned champion of champions. Not for country, but for club.
How about that?
World-class coverage of world-class soccer. Don't stop watching.
Magnificent!
The UEFA Champions League. Stream every match exclusively on Paramount+.
Hey. Qué partidazo we're watching.
We are paint people. We do custom matching if you need to do a small touch-up area and you can't find your old can of paint. We do stain matching. We have a window treatment service. We measure blinds. We also offer an in-store design consultancy. You can bring your pillows, you can bring tile, you can bring trim. They'll work with you to find the right colors that you need to get your project done and look in the right way.
Get inspired by color. Purcell's has thousands of carefully curated PPG paints with one-coat coverage in DeWitt and Liverpool.
Stadium 974 lit up on a beautiful Doha evening. Poland getting set to take on Argentina in a Group C showdown. Both these nations fighting to secure a round of 16 versus kickoff coming up in just under 8 minutes. Rob, Mo, Clint, Alexi back here with you. And shocker, shocker, the cameras found Lionel Messi right off the bat. And Lex, there are going to be a lot of cameras and a lot of eyes on him tonight in that stadium.
And there always are. And the mark of a star and a great player, and he is a great player, is when everybody expects you to do magic and magical things, you deliver. And he has done it time and time again. If you saw that man and you knew nothing about soccer, just walking down the street, he's 5'7", unassuming, you would think, there goes just another guy to work. You wouldn't think, there goes one of the greatest players ever to play the game. And when all is said and done, maybe for some, the greatest player ever to play the game.
And he just smiled right there. And I know that sounds silly, but remember the tension he was under last game, you know, where Argentina had to get a result, Mo, against Mexico, and it was tight. He was exhaling during the national anthem, and here he is smiling and ready to go, seemingly in a better frame of mind than he was last time out.
100%. And when the stakes get higher, he rises to the occasion, right? He needed a result against Mexico. Mexico changed their tactics, bunkered in. Was it hard to break them down? Yes, but Messi stepped up to the occasion. I expect the same today, knowing what's at stake and knowing what he desires to achieve in this tournament.
أصحاب السمو والمعالي السيدات والسادة يرجى الوقوف بحالة القدرة لعزف النشيد الوطني لبولندا.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Argentina.
والآن يرجى مواصلة الوقوف لعزف النشيد الوطني للأرجنتين.
Will we witness more Messi magic, or will this be his final World Cup game? John Strong, Stu Holden with the call in 60 seconds.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up? I can get used to this.
The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
We love ya, we love ya, we love ya. And where you go, we'll follow, we'll follow, we'll follow.
Because we support the U.S., the U.S., the U.S.
And that's the way we like it, we like it, we like it.
Let's go.
Technically speaking, Stadium 974 is on the waterfront in central Doha. For all intents and purposes, though, we're sitting in Buenos Aires right now. This is a big-time atmosphere, all of it behind Argentina as they wrap up group play against Poland.
Chesney will start once again in goal. Has had 9 saves so far in the tournament. On that right-hand side, Medikash of Aston Villa. He will be getting up and down. It is Krikowiak in the middle, number 10. He holds down the fort and then allows that front 5 to go and get the game. Notice that name, Karol Swiderski of Charlotte FC in MLS. 10 goals last season. And he has 8 goals in 18 appearances for his country. So almost a goal every 2 games. He's going to need one today. And for Argentina, a couple of changes in the back for them. Cristiano Romero coming back in for Martinez. In the midfield, Enzo Martinez getting the start. And Fernandez, rather, after scoring that goal in their last match. McAllister on the left, Di Maria on the right. But up front, it's Alvarez who gets tasked with partnering with Lionel Messi.
Robert Lewandowski finally got that first ever World Cup goal. Lionel Messi has 8 of them. Question is he going to get a chance for more? All 4 of the teams in this incredible Group C are still alive. There's any number of possible combinations of teams that could advance and teams that are going to be left behind when the knockout stage begins on Saturday. This game here in central Doha and north of us in Lusail is where Saudi Arabia and Mexico are about to kick off at the exact same moment. And you get the sense we could be in for a wild night. As we are underway, it is Poland wearing white with red. It is Argentina changing from their traditional white and blue stripes to the all dark blue. Simplest way to put it is this. Poland, they're in with a win. They're in with a tie as well. Argentina have to win to be sure. Any other results for these 2 teams, well, then it depends on what happens in the other game. And there's a potential for this to get very complicated tonight in some of the different scenarios of results here and results in Lusail, goal differential, goals scored, fair play points, drawing of lots. So the question is, for 2 of the most iconic goal scorers of their generation, Lionel Messi and Robert Lewandowski, which will be playing on here in Qatar. And can either of these nations turn back the clock to 1986? That's the last time Poland got to the knockout stage of a World Cup, which they can do tonight. It's the last time Argentina lifted the World Cup, which Lionel Messi has called the impossible dream for him to do in the final opportunity of his glittering career. What are we going to look like tonight?
Well, I'm interested to see how Argentina could be goal dangerous. It's something that took them a while in their last match. It had to be a Lionel Messi individual effort, and they've changed the way in which they're playing. Messi playing through the middle today as opposed to playing out wide.
Angel Di Maria trying to split the double there, and Argentina in an early corner.
Now Messi will end up out wide at times. That's the way that Scaloni likes to use him, but certainly playing as that false 9. He's going to drop underneath, and it's going to be the runs of Di Maria and Alvarez slashing behind the back line.
Messi with the corner and sent right back out at him. Zielinski. Messi for DePaul. DePaul clipping it up back post and just skipping off the top of Otamendi's head. Tried to climb the ladder for that one. Gets an extra little shove out of it. He and Camille Gleek going nose to nose.
Ends up jumping too early for it. Otamendi gets a great leap, but just misjudges the flight to where, as he's coming down from that leap, it ends up hitting him on the top. Oh boy, that's a heavy, heavy contact there at the end.
It's Bereshinski who remains down.
And you saw how Bereshinski's head almost snapped onto the ground as well. It just bounced off it. Gleek, one of those that was first to confront Otamendi.
Danny Mockley, our referee, jogging to midfield to make the point to Otamendi.
Yeah, just watch at the end. So he's got his hand up on his, over the top of his shoulder. I don't see too much wrong in the jump. Normally, if you jump first in that manner, it gives you a little bit of an advantage because then you can get your hands up. As long as you're not forcibly forcing the defender down, you have that leverage over the back of him, which he did there.
Good to see Bereshinski's going to come back out. That shrug you saw from Otamendi, that was his reaction to the referee just a moment ago. Bereshinski is being called back out now. Gianni Infantino, president of FIFA. Amongst the dignitaries, we saw him at one of the games earlier this evening as well. Media pressure on Emiliano Martinez. Able to at least get rid of it. Lewandowski. A foul in doing so.
Well, we've seen the times with some of these big stars. It's a lot different at the club versus the international level where he doesn't have the same talent around him.